Hello and welcome to Disturbed. Disclaimer, this is a horror game. If you're not okay with horror elements, click away now. Seriously. Okay, now that that's settled. Disturbed is a wonderful game, and just judging by the little bits I've seen from the testing recordings and the music, I think it's going to be fantastic, and I doubt it'll have to rely on jump scares, but if it has any, I think they'll be good. So, yeah, I'm excited. Let's get into it. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt, and your cow is sick. For some time, the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day, you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you. You've made up your mind. You're going to do something about it. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. Go to the shed. You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with the key. So this is labeled as a point and click adventure game. I'm just going to assume you don't have to click around here if this option is up here. I'm sure there will be more point and click elements later on in the game, but doesn't matter. Go to the crops. Ooh. A path divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away and time is running short. Um, let's go into the pen. A toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand here, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. Oh goodness. Inspect the water. You inspect the water, looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. Grab a mushroom. You kneel down and grab a mushroom. As you begin to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores spray from the mushroom. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Oh goodness! Slowly, your body shrivels up into a dark, moist consistency as the poison spreads. You die, eventually, after crawling about on the ground. Your adventure ends here. Wow, I got an achievement called Those Are Some Serious Mushrooms. Alright, this time let's go to the house. Entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness, as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems will go away. You fight the notion, but your temptation is still there. Um, Open chest. You open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the chest. Read in your journal. Dear Journal, another usual day on the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Bethan is also doing well. Is that the cow's name? I'm going to assume it's the cow's name. Never disappointed with the milk she provides. Okay, yeah, it's the cow's name. If things continue to go well, I might be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. Dear Journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment, well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. Oh, dude, the candle's animated in the background. That's awesome. Dear Journal, I woke up one night to a foul smell I have never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip into the city to see what this is about. We're not gonna lay in bed because that's just gonna kill us again. So let's go to the crops. Follow the path. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. Continue down the path. You come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Inspect the wagon, of course. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue on your way. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby the path is a small shack, similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow, from what you recall. Maybe he is home. You walk towards the structure and knock on the door. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. You remember picking up a key from the wagon and you use it on the door. The door unlocks. You decide to help yourself in. That's illegal. You can't do that. I'm just saying. Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You are overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. You discover that this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. Today's trading went smoothly, thank goodness. What I am thrilled about most, however, is what one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day. Apparently, there's a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. What a good catch. I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick. But what can be done about it then? Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. These past couple weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under, and I've nearly lost everything I own. This has pushed me to extremes, but that can't be helped now. I'm leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying, and there's nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave while they can. You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name, you got chills running down your spine. Open the trap door. You observe the trap door and notice a lock, keeping it closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch and get it open. Without thinking, you travel downward. Oh, it's getting spicy. What is that? Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately there's a woman chained to the wall. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. You feel darkness surround you as you stay in this awful place. Let's talk to the woman. You tremble as you try to form words with your mouth. You there! Let me out of here! The pressure of such demand makes you freeze. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? You'll never believe me, even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please, have mercy on me. Free the woman, sure. You approach the woman and unlock the shackles that bind her. As her arms free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman struggles to regain her strength, but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, she turns towards you. I will now do you a favor. What seems to be the face of a helpless woman disappears as a horrible image manifests itself before you. You feel the chilling grip of bone hands lock onto your arms. Energy flees from your body as you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip away as everything goes black. It's unfortunate that your journey ends here. Well, moral of the story, don't help people. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to be playing more of this probably right away. I want to finish it as much as I can, or at least get a good ending out of it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!